Hey there, my friend. It's time for our weekly wisdom card draw. This is your time to pause, to connect with yourself, to ground yourself in the moment, to reclaim the power you have to create your life in each moment, and to commit or recommit to shining your light in the world. Shining your light in the world is why you're here on this earth. So I'm going to draw a card from our deck, which this is going to be our second to last card draw from our PowerPoint deck because the real decks are on their way. So not next week, but the week after that will be our first card draw with the real deck. So I'm super excited about that. I will put a link in if you want to pre-order yours. But in the meantime, I will of course keep drawing cards every Wednesday and doing a video for you here. So with that, before we get started, as always, I like to invite you to let yourself arrive in this moment. Whatever that means, however that feels, however it looks to you, just taking a pause from whatever you're doing and letting yourself just be, noticing what's around you, as if perhaps you're noticing it for the first time. How can you look with new eyes and curiosity on objects or scenes or environments that you have seen or been in a million times before? You can also connect with your body by connecting with the breath, noticing the breath coming in and going out, whether that's easier for you with your eyes closed or open. Whenever you're starting something like this, I'm a big fan of just starting with what's easiest so to help you actually do it. So if it helps to close your eyes, if maybe you're walking or doing something else, maybe don't close your eyes, keep them open. But how can you bring your awareness to not just what's immediately around you, or not just necessarily what you're hearing, but also with what's going on inside your body and perhaps the contact you're making with the ground. So letting yourself pause and arrive, remembering that when you connect with this present moment, with your immediate surroundings, with your body, that's what brings you into the present and pauses the mental thoughts and stories that are off in the future or away in the past. You can let go of all of that and just be right here, right now, noticing your physical presence. And as you continue to do that, I'm going to bring the cards to my heart and ask to be guided to the message that will most inspire you today to shine your light in the world. The message that will most kickstart you onto the next phase of your journey, or help you take the next small step that leads to a giant leap, that helps you align to who you really are. And setting that intention out there, I'm going to shuffle the cards. And you can keep breathing and being and noticing whatever it is that you're noticing. And our message today is style. I always giggle when I see this one. So this is a cute little jellyfish from the Monterey Bay Aquarium. All right. And the message is style. You aren't like anyone else. You have a style that's all your own. Like a dazzling blue-studded jellyfish that can't help but elicit a smile. You brighten the world with your light. Maybe your signature style has been hidden beneath layers of propriety and expectation. Maybe you're not sure what your most authentic style even is. It might take some curiosity and playful experimentation. Beyond the style of your hair, the style of your clothes, or the style of your home, lies the style of your life. What can you do today to bring your lifestyle into greater alignment with who you really are? What would radiate the real you into the world? Style is not about what the world sees. It's about what your heart feels. It's about what your soul feels. Have fun. Step out in style. Let that one sink in for a moment. All right. So that last bit, that style isn't about what the world sees. It's about what your heart and soul feel. I think that's so important because when we hear the word style, we often think hairstyle, clothes style, lifestyle design is very different from those other things. They end up related, right? Because as you start to kind of connect with your authentic lifestyle, some of the outer trappings do actually change. Maybe you realize that, you've always worn a certain kind of clothes because that's what you were trained to do, or thought that was normal and that's what you're supposed to do. But maybe you like something a little bit different, or but people change their hair a lot, right? When they're starting to find themselves, or trying to figure out who they are. For me personally, that's never been a thing I've done for the hairstyle thing, but I will say that clothes wise, and even shoes wise, I have kind of gone through the closet actually reading Marie Kondo's book, The Life Changing Magic of Tidying Up. I got rid of a ton of clothes, a ton of shoes. Then, well, okay, I didn't have a ton of clothes and shoes, but I got rid of a lot. And one thing I noticed was that I actually let go of all of my closed-toed shoes that were not hiking boots or running shoes. And I love sandals. I love, as little shoe as possible on my feet. And so even I have running sandals, I have all kinds of different things. And what I noticed was, yeah, stuff closed-toed just isn't my thing. And the business suit thing, I was thinking, oh no, what if I have an occasion where I need to wear a business suit? And I thought to myself, well, where I am in life, at least right now, if that's required, that might not be the opportunity for me, because I want to be in my authentic being. And again, I know that I kind of have been talking about these outer trappings, but where I'm going here is that sometimes when you take inventory of your outer trappings and really realize what resonates and what doesn't, you discover little tidbits about your real self. And what comes through for me is really that sense of authenticity, and perhaps a sense of freedom as well, right? That freedom of expression. I also love bright colors and wearing kind of wild things, and that was totally not how I grew up, and might be surprising to people who knew me many years ago. And so there's like this discovery process of finding what is it that sparks your real self. So you can do that with things as a way of getting to the inner self, right? So what is the lifestyle? What kind of lifestyle clues do you get from taking inventory and really asking yourself? I mean, Marie Kondo's question is, does this bring me joy, right? Picking things up and asking, does this bring me joy? It's actually kind of a fun process to go through, and it can be surprising when you realize what maybe you've taken for granted that you thought might bring you joy, that maybe doesn't bring you joy. So this week I would encourage you to take some inventories. Even on your shelves, are there books that no longer speak to you, or books that give you a sense of obligation, like, maybe it was either a gift from someone or some book about some topic that you feel like you should research and should learn something about, but it's really not very interesting. You don't have to read it. You can let go of it. You don't have to, things that called to you in the past that are no longer calling to you, it is okay to let go of. And when you create space around you, you do create space for that real you to shine through. So what is going to be your authentic style? Who knows, right? And maybe you already know, and that's really cool, right? So is there any way that you can come into even more alignment with your style? Again, whatever that means, however that you shine the real you into the world. So it's not about, I need my house or my clothes or my hair to look like this so that people will think this. That's not the point, right? The point is what emerges naturally from you. And when your light is shining, what other people think doesn't matter. And that doesn't matter ever anyway. So let you shine through, have fun, be the jellyfish, whatever that looks and feels like to you, and have a great week embodying your style. And take it further than this week, right? See what comes up for you this week and how far you can take it. Have an amazing week, my friend, and I will see you next time.